Let's be honest. Are you worried about your kids' financial future? Yeah, you're definitely not alone. So many of us are realizing that if we want our kids to actually get money, those lessons have to start with us at home. So today, we're going to dive into the absolute essentials from Smart Money, Smart Kids by Dave Ramsey and Rachel Cruze. The authors kick things off with this line, and it's just perfect. It's hilarious, right? But it's also incredibly serious. It sets the stakes immediately because the lessons we teach our kids about money, or, the ones we don't teach them, are going to follow them for their entire lives. And this gets us to the real heart of the book. It's this idea that you, yes, you, the parent, have the power to start a completely new financial legacy. It doesn't matter what you learned or didn't learn about money growing up. You can decide right now that starting with this generation, your family tree is going to grow in a totally new, much healthier direction. And look, this isn't just about teaching kids how to get rich. The mission here is so much bigger. The real goal is to raise adults who are, yes, competent with their finances, but who are also generous, wise, and totally in control of their own lives. You're basically the guy on their hero's journey. So, where do we even begin this journey? Well, you might be surprised, but the very first lesson has absolutely nothing to do with dollars and cents. It's about work. The book makes this crystal clear. Money is something we earn. A solid work ethic is the bedrock, the foundation that everything else is built on. Now, this right here, this idea flips everything we think we know about money completely upside down. Being good with money isn't about being some math whiz or knowing complicated investing strategies. Nope, that's only like 20% of the puzzle. The real battle, the other 80%, is all about our behavior. It's our habits, our character, our discipline. That's where the game is won or lost. Okay, so if it's all about behavior, how do we actually do this? How do we build those positive habits? Well, the good news is you don't need a finance degree. It all boils down to 3 simple but really powerful skills that any kid can learn: how to spend wisely, how to save diligently, and how to give generously. And see, each one of these habits teaches a huge life lesson. Spending teaches them the reality that when money's gone, it's gone. That's a crucial lesson right there. Saving teaches them patience, the magic of waiting for something you really want. And giving, that builds a generous heart, showing them that the coolest thing you can do with money is help other people. And here's a great example of how you can make this stuff real for them. Using simple tools like this kit with separate envelopes helps a little kid physically see where their money is going. It takes this abstract idea and turns it into a hands-on game they can actually understand and remember.
If you are finding this video helpful, please make sure to hit that like button and share it with someone who this might help and be a benefit to their financial decision-makings. Your support means a lot to me and helps the channel grow, allowing the YouTube algorithm to show this content to a bigger crowd. More people can benefit from these ideas and hopefully improve their financial well-being.
All right, now let's talk about the villains of our story. If we want to set our kids up for success, we have to teach them how to spot and defeat the 2 biggest bad guys out there: the trap of debt and the poison of discontentment. First up, let's talk about debt. The book asks this incredible question to pull back the curtain on the true cost of something most of us think is totally normal. I mean, we just see it as another monthly bill, right? But what are you really giving up over a lifetime? The answer is staggering. If someone invested their average car payment every single month from age 25 to 65, instead of just sending it to the bank, they could retire with over $5 million.
Now look, that is an estimate. It's based on what a good mutual fund has done historically, and a mutual fund is just a bunch of investments bundled together to make it safer, but the principle, it's rock solid. That one decision to just not have a car payment can change a person's entire financial life.
The second danger is a lot sneakier. It's not a bill in the mail. It's a battle inside your own head. Discontentment. It's that constant nagging feeling that you always need more, that you're always comparing your life to someone else's, and you never feel truly happy with what you have. It's a quiet killer of both wealth and joy.
So, what's the antidote to this infection? It's actually pretty straightforward, but it takes practice. It's gratitude. The book argues that a heart that is genuinely thankful for what it has, well, it just doesn't have any room for discontentment to grow. Teaching gratitude is like building an immune system for your child's happiness.
So, when you start to see how all these pieces fit together, the work, the spending, saving, giving, and avoiding those dangers, you realize they're not just random lessons. They are the building blocks for something so much bigger than a bank account. They're the building blocks of your legacy.
So let's just recap those keys really quickly. First, be intentional. This won't happen by accident. Build that foundation with a strong work ethic. Master those 3 core habits: spend, save, and give. Stay away from the debt trap. Actively grow a grateful heart. And never, ever forget, this whole thing is 80% behavior.
And the book closes with this powerful, direct call to action. You've got the playbook, you understand the mission, and you have everything you need to change your family's financial future for generations to come. This is your legacy.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. Thanks for watching. I'm Finance Puppy, and here's to a better financial tomorrow. Cheers!